Wow, we got news, folks. We've got big news. Bengals signed Zach Moss. Like 30 seconds later, cut Joe Mixon. Let's talk about it. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
We're live. Let's do it. You just texted me. I was sitting on my couch, like not paying attention to Bengals news. Stupid, silly me, because I know we work in the night.
You
I'm
looked
still.
you looked away from your phone. What an idiot!
I did. Well,
There.
I'm processing what occurred. I'm sure that the app is imploding right now. I mean, I just tweeted out, "Thank you for everything, 28." I'm leaving it at that. Um, Wow. Okay. I mean, end of an era, right? End of an era.
So when I saw that come, I texted my buddies in a group chat. I said Mixon's gone, right?
Yeah.
And like literally 30 seconds later, Bengals are releasing Joe Mixon. So yeah, man. First and foremost, I do want to thank I want to thank Joe Mixon for what he did in Cincinnati. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the last guy of the before Zack Taylor era that has now just left the team because Tyler Boyd was the other one who's expected to move on. I'm looking down here at my computer screen. We got some comments here. Mike Brown
Yeah.
is asleep. That's when the moves happen from
Sweet.
out.
Somebody took the controller away from him. Yeah.
Somebody with a very inappropriate name says, "Boys, I don't know what to think of this." Alex Wallace, Drew, leader of Bengals content. I don't know if I'd say that. We just happened to be ready to go live at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
But Sam here also said he was the last piece of the Marvin era picks, right? Yes, so he was, man, and it's
I can see the comments.
Yeah, it's this one. You know what? This one's for Joe Mixon. I love you, 28. It is what it is. The way things go, it's a business. But
yeah,
name on the front, right? Not name on the back.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's like I said, end of an era. Running back is a position, and it's just that. And that sounds cold and callous because you fall in love with players. Joe Mixon, he's been here a while. Everybody loves the guy. His jersey's everywhere on game day, right? But
I've got two of them in the closet.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I think the writing was on the wall. Players can't be here forever. They're going about it the right way. They're releasing him, letting him go find another team, and bringing someone in right away to what looks like to me create a rotation now, more of a rotation with Moss. Moss coming off of a pretty good year, 900 plus yards, thought to be RB1 there. Some other stuff happened. I think, again, he'll come in and rotate. What people really, really, really gotta do when they approach this situation in a social setting, and I'm just going to say this, is remember that players come and go, okay? And we always remember them for what they've done here, and we love them. But this team is here forever, and you're always going to cheer. Just like Drew just said, there's a name on the back that can rotate, but the name on the front's always going to be there.
Shout out to all 511 of you guys for hopping in on an emergency live stream. We appreciate you. I'm trying to get through as many of the comments as I can. Across all platforms, we're at 520, 534 right now. It's
Chill out, guys.
Shout out to you guys.
You got better things to do.
I'm looking down here at the comments. Can he catch from Harrow? I had a Colts fan reply to me on Twitter relatively quickly and say that he's not the greatest receiver, but he's going to be a very good running back, and he's a good pass protector. That is important. Zach Moss can protect the passer, and that's something the Bengals are obviously going to ask for out of their running backs.
100%.
So that's good.
So look, I mean,
Hunter Morris, did they sign Zach Moss? Yes, they did sign Zach Moss, and then very quickly released Joe Mixon after.
That's what you're going to get from us, right, guys? Like, we're not like Zach Moss. I'm going to be straight up with you. I'm not too familiar with his game. I think I know of him because of fantasy. A guy I was playing had him in fantasy, so I watched him. I remember him during our game a little bit, but you're not going to have me sit here throwing up PFF numbers on the guy. So for me, this is a wait and see how he can contribute, right? And if you're telling me he's a pass blocking guy, that is great. I like to hear that. dude.
And Chase Brown's your receiving back.
Yeah,
Chase Brown's your receiving back now.
I think
he didn't show a lot of great ability between the tackles, but Zach Moss will go between the tackles. I got buddies who are big Browns fans. They really wanted Zach Moss to back up or fill in for Nick Chubb as he gets going. So he's a sought after guy. And it's 2 years, $8 million. You were getting ready to pay Mixon what, $11 million this year?
You save money, right? So you save the 6 or whatever, and then what does this Moss contract looks like for a year or something? I don't. The numbers are still floating in. I don't have them in front of me, but you're saving money. So God, let's use that money. Chad Dixon says Moss will play the P. Ryan role. Okay, got it.
Okay, I can see that. I want to shout out Anthony just because he's one of the few Ravens fans that I talk to who actually uses his own name and picture. Yeah. He said, thanks for cutting Mixon. Hate playing that guy twice a year. He was a real problem. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for Geno Stone. But yeah, man, 4.3 yard per carry career average, says Nick Faut. So Faut, sorry if I mispronounced that. So that's awesome.
On only has 484
carries.
Yeah.
So that's good. Moss should be number 0. That would go hard for a running back.
Yeah, that would be sick. Actually,
that would probably be pretty cool. So this is really a chance for us to get on here. Moss will have more of a role in P. Ryan, in my opinion. Probably so. This is instant reaction stuff, getting on here, wanting to talk with you guys, see how you guys feel about it. I personally, like I said, I've been on the camp of Mixon's probably going to go, but I'm not going to be upset if he stays. I'm not the one side or the other that was fighting with each other. I'm not really on that.
Yeah.
What is best for the Cincinnati Bengals? Yep. And I think saving that money, maybe being able to use it somewhere else now, and getting Zach Moss, pairing him with Chase Brown, probably still drafting a running back. Blake Corum's not out yet, baby, is probably what's best for the Bengals. And
my phone is
shout out Joe Mixon, man. You gave your heart and soul to this place, battled through the tough years, helped get this team to the Super Bowl, threw a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. My Mixon jerseys will stay in the closet. I won't get rid of them. Salute Joe Mixon, man. That's all I can say.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean, that Twitter is just a firestorm right now. I'm looking at it. Could this be making room for a deal with T? I mean, God, at this point, only God knows, right? But to me, the T situation is separate. Money's money. They'll either they're going to figure that out or not. So,
Brock says, I know you're tired of hearing from me, but glad you and Drew are finding success. I truly am. I doubt he's tired of hearing from you, Brock. As long as you're being nice.
I gave him the business today. Brock, it's okay. I'll get over it.
Oh, okay. I must have missed it. I was busy with a guy saying some just insane shit about me.
Yeah,
earlier,
you're a wild guy.
And I looked through the profile. I'm like, all right, I probably should have checked on this guy before I even gave him attention. But he came at me like as a very personal, as a person,
psycho.
and it pissed me off.
Psycho. Leave him. Leave him.
We're good.
So this money, right? We're saving. We've who's on the docket still? Reader, T. Who are we bringing in at tackle? You know what I mean? There's a couple tight ends still out there. Gesicki, where is this money going to go? We're obviously saving the money. What do you think? What do you think they're doing with this money? Or do you think this was just, hey, it's time to change the guard?
I know that we just crossed 1,050 viewers. You guys, please go do something cooler. I love you guys so much. This is awesome.
Wow. Okay. Blake Corum.
Blake Corum is still he's still in the cards, baby. He's still in the cards, baby. We can still do it. But when
I'm going to be drafting,
going to be this. I haven't looked at the timeline much because I literally just told you like, hey, let's go live and see what's going on. But 100%. there's going to be some infighting going on. But man,
we got to get over that.
Like
shit.
I always say, we want the same thing, and it's one of these. All right.
Yeah.
One of these, not the third grade Pee Wee championship that I did earn, but a Lombardi trophy. That's all we want.
Humble brag. Humble brag.
There, it's actually holding the TV tray down that my mic is clipped to. It's just there for weight at this point. Yeah. So going back through some comments, man, they're coming in hot and heavy, trying to get
Burrowland says people are
Burrowland
mad.
says people are mad. Let's do a live chat.
I'm looking at.
I have the little red notification thing on my Twitter app says 97. I have 97 notifications. I don't know if those are good or bad.
Yeah, who knows?
Believe it or not, people may not know this. I filter no notifications on Twitter. I get them all.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have a life.
That's all we guys. But
Yeah, Tara
all
says
business.
20 on YouTube, 1,000 on Twitter. That's all right, baby. We'll take the Twitter viewers.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
all
take
good.
it. Yeah, it's people just this infighting that might occur here. I see people. I'm signing off it. You just got to remember it's a business, guys. You really do.
Yeah,
I know you're going to have your favorite players. They're going to be here for a little bit, and then they're going to go, right? Jesse Bates got his money. T. Higgins might be getting his money and leaving here. Joe Mixon has left here now. You've got to realize that these players are not here forever, but the team will be, and it sucks. It does suck. I like Joe Mixon, but I want us to move forward as a team and figure out how to win. And could he have been
Alex,
a part of that plan?
I didn't mean to
Maybe.
bring that up, Alex. I didn't mean to pop that comment up, Alex. I don't want to get involved in any beefs. I clicked on the wrong one. I was trying to bring up Jacob Walker. As much as I hate to say it, Corum reminds me of the kind of player teammate we had on the Super Bowl team. Hey, it could be there. Alex, you're bad. Okay. Trying to get me involved in beefs. I didn't click on it on purpose. So
God. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Don't put that up.
I didn't do it on purpose. I love you, Alex, but don't get me caught up in the crossfire, dog.
Love him, but I'm not getting involved. So there's no
advanced stats are in favor of Moss, so that's probably the PFF type thing that I know that I don't live and die by. But
so here's what I say: I hope he ends up in the NFC, so we don't have to play.
Yeah. I don't want him to go to a team that we hate.
I'm seeing talks of Derrick Henry to the Ravens. Good Lord, if Mixon went to the Ravens, I would hate that. So I mean, hopefully he can.
Oh man.
hopefully he can land somewhere nice and be successful in the NFC. People are saying, "Are we rebuilding?" No, guys, we're not rebuilding.
No.
Mixon's been here. This is how it works, man. It's a business. You guys, the position of running back, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? We're going to move towards a running back by committee, I think, is what this looks like. And I've been, Drew, you and I both, we've been preaching that from day one. We wanted that when Mixon was here. And now we're definitely going to get it with Zack Moss, Chase Brown, and probably a guy they bring in. I know they just brought Travion Williams in. That's who they signed, right?
They did extend Travion Williams.
Extend. I bet you that's a special team signing, but I bet we bring a guy in, and I bet you we bring a guy in the draft earlier than people are anticipating at this point. So that's why
I could see Travion having a bigger role offensively, though, because I felt like, and I don't have all the numbers in front of me, but I just felt like when he got in there and got some chances to get some consistent carries, I think of like the Tennessee game. I don't know if it was last year's or the years before. He had a couple solid carries, though. I mean, I think that he's had some injury issues and had time to kind of bounce back from that and finally stay healthy. So I could see him maybe getting on the field a little bit more.
Yeah, and I mean a good comment from Hunter there. I mean his cap hit is what it was, and it would have been unfair to ask Joe Mixon to take another pay cut. And I totally agree with that. He did us a solid that year. So there's another comment there. Are we asking Zack Moss to like coach up Chase Brown? No, I don't think we are. I think Chase Brown, it's his second year. Guess what, buddy? You're playing running back. It's time to sack up and play football.
Yeah, it's real now.
It's real now. You've got a real job. You are running the ball now. So I think he got that last year from Joe Mixon. And now Zach Taylor's obviously looking him in the eye and saying it's real now. Maybe still Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I would welcome that with open arms. Honest to God, I really would. I doubt it happens now, though, with a Zack Moss signing.
I wouldn't see that, no.
Yeah. I think T goes to Carolina from Josh. I tell you what, man, they're stockpiling picks. So who knows? I don't know.
You're going to be rich as hell, but you're going to play with Bryce Young and win 3 games a year.
My gut is that T's playing on the tag this year. I don't know.
Will he play on it though? Will he sit out? Will he do
so.
I haven't seen anybody sit out since Le'Veon Bell, and that didn't work out good for him.
I don't think T sits out because what do you do? No, it's not T. I think he's a professional. He does like it here. He loves it here. The Bengals just aren't delivering that long-term deal that he wants right now. And again, it's freaking business, guys. Like, look, Joe Mixon leaving, business. The Bengals being a little tighter with their money and trying to get the best deal for them out of these players. It's business. Do I always like business? No. I'd love them to just spend the money on freaking T. Higgins tonight and be done with it. or trade the guy and be done with it. But I tell you what, I think he's playing on the tag. It's just my gut feeling.
Yeah, I don't think he will sit. I see a lot of comments that he won't. I don't think that he will, but I think it's more of a realistic option than maybe we may think. But I don't think it ends up happening.
Yeah, I agree. It's a little bit different of a scenario, I guess, because we can tag him again. But I hate that scenario. I don't want that picture painted. I'd like it to be
toxic.
Yeah, I'd like it to be resolved this year. Whether he's signed to an extension and we're all high-fiving and pumped because we still have two of the best wide receivers in the NFL, or we move him, gain some capital, and hopefully bring in a young guy that can take his production. But we're live reacting to Mixon right now. So let's go back to Mixon. We'll talk T until our eyes.
We can do a little bit of a daily recap. I mean, this wasn't planned. That's why the overlay on the screen doesn't look quite as good as normal. Shout out to Big Plays graphics team for always having awesome graphics. I had to doctor this up myself, and I'm a stooge. So I did the best I could, though. We're instant reacting, baby. We were live within like 10 minutes of the news. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we're I guess I don't know. I don't want to say we're good at this, but I guess we don't have any hobbies outside of this, so this is what we do. I think
my kid had just fallen asleep. It was perfect timing. They were waiting until my daughter was asleep to announce it.
Yeah, to announce. They were like, "Oh, okay, go."
Talk to over
I think realistically, with Moss and Chase Brown, they're likely gonna exceed Mixon's output together by committee, just because it's a more dynamic approach to the running back room, and they're going to cost less. You know what I mean? So I think that's how the Bengals are looking at it. They're going to move to that committee. You've got two guys that can do two different skill sets, and that's honestly how the running back position works these days, unless you're a freak like Christian McCaffrey or Saquon Barkley on the Eagles now.
Somebody said Drew's other hobby is eating. I'm fat. I can say this. I was drinking chocolate milk.
I don't think you're fat. You look good. You look good in that pass protection video.
Hey, yeah, dude. I thought I showed some strength and power.
Yeah.
Some people didn't believe in me, but I'm thinking about sneaking up to the local high school tomorrow and doing some work on the sleds for you.
Hit the sleds.
Show you the power, really the explosion. Jacob did say regarding T, it is Mulligat's playbook to have his players make those statements. Bates said the same thing, and then he played on the tag. That's true.
What statement?
But yeah,
what statement?
Like the T requesting a trade thing.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah,
2 years ago. Bates said that he was not going to play on the tag.
Copy paste that scenario. I agree. And the only difference is we have the option to tag T again next year, which, I mean, bring me up to a tall building and shove me off of it. I don't want anything to do with that. I want the T situation solved tonight. So
dude, I tweeted that out earlier. Like, realistically speaking, I'm just ready for it to be over one way or the other. It's
just like this Mixon situation. I'm just glad.
Yeah, and now we've finally reached that. We can. I was gonna say we can stop fighting over Joe Mixon, but I think maybe now the fighting has just started. But I think my stance will remain the same. My stance will remain the same. I salute Joe Mixon. It is what 100%. It is. This is a business. Get back to some more comments here because that's why we're here.
Yeah, pull them up.
Dustin Williams, I look why Moss pass protection receiving. I trust the staff enough to believe they have a reason. So he's not a great receiving back. He's a bruiser between the tackles, and he's a good pass protector. He's a very experienced pass protector.
Is he? Okay, so, I'm gonna pull this up here. Ooh, what did he do to us in Cincy?
I don't have the numbers on that. The Bengals pretty much dominated that game. The Bengals dominated that game. That was a different.
Yeah, I'm not. That was a different
type of thing.
That's not going to be in the favor of him. I'm just going to do Zack Moss PFF, and Drew and I are not smart enough to truly use PFF to its full potential, but let's go over it. So,
people are talking in the comments. Does this mean DJ gets locked up? I know the Lions are in on DJ.
I don't think this means anything. I'm going to be honest. I think the writing was on the wall for this, and I look, guys, they can get all the money in the world, right? Like say we cut a player tomorrow, and all of a sudden we have $1 billion to play with. That doesn't mean DJ Reader wants to play here. That doesn't mean T wants to play here. You know what I mean?
I know DJ Reader wants to play here.
Of course. Yeah. Believe me. I'm
not playing the insider game.
Yeah.
I haven't tweeted any of the stuff that I know some stuff about the DJ Reader situation. I'm
Yeah.
not going to go into because I'm just not open to the bullshit
Yep.
that comes with it. But I know that he wants to stay in Cincinnati.
Yeah. I'm using them as
and the
examples,
market.
but you just gotta know that just because they got the cash, it doesn't magically mean they're throwing it at a guy right now and he's staying. So I mean, who knows what they're going to do with this money?
Ronnie Ratcliffe with a comment about some news. Did we get screwed on a compensatory pick because we should have gotten a 3rd round pick for Bates instead of the 6th? That's what PFF has mentioned. That is correct, and that was fixed today.
Yeah, fixed.
The Bengals picked up an extra 3rd rounder today. They were originally given 2 6-rounders. They lost the first one of those, but got the 97th overall pick. So that was corrected as of today. The Bengals have an extra 3rd round pick. So I just wanted to tap in on that really quickly. That's good news for the Bengals too. The Bengals now have, I believe that is 4 picks in the top 100.
Yeah, we got pick 97. If you said that right there, I'm sorry, but that 3rd round pick is 97 versus a 6th round pick.
Yeah, huge change.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just running back by committee. It's just got to be running back by committee, right? Because Zach Moss maybe isn't as talented as Joe Mixon, but it's just we're shifting gears and moving toward the future. So,
I hate to be the guy that keeps. I don't know if it's bragging or getting excited, but I am very excited. We're at 1,900 viewers. I'm trying to get this thing to 2,000 before we sign off.
I
That'd
love
be
it.
Awesome. Shout out to all you guys. I love talking to the chat, and sometimes it's too quick for me to keep up with, but I love it.
Let me get a Bengals.
And Fro makes a good point. I believe that about knowing this Mixon thing was coming, but it's still devastating as a fan. And I absolutely get that. I mean, look at what Joe Mixon did before every game. He found kids in the stands. He tossed the ball with them.
Yeah.
You know, he was a Bengal, man. He was the ultimate Bengal. He was the ultimate stay down till you come up guy. And I'll have nothing but respect for him as a Cincinnati Bengal. One of the best Bengals running backs to ever do it forever. And it does suck to lose him as a fan, but like I got my eyes on a Lombardi, man, and I think that ultimately this move is a better step in that direction. If the money that they save is used, allocated, and produces.
Look, I agree with you. I see some comments in here saying Mixon should have been traded. I don't think there was a market for him. I really don't know that anybody.
Not at that.
Yeah,
not at that number.
Yeah, I don't believe anybody was interested. I think.
Yeah, I don't think at that number it was happening.
Drew and I are not insiders. So maybe some insider's going to come out and say the Bengals attempted to trade him. Who knows? But I don't think there was a market for him. Mixon will be missed. Yep, I think you just covered that. Somebody in here saying love the Zack. Oh, Zack, love the Zach Moss signing. He's explosive. That's nice. So did a short live and I was doing. Can't convince myself it's a good move. No buts about it. Yeah. What do you think of that?
I don't think it's too hard to convince you. I mean, I'm not telling you how to feel, how to fan, but it's not too hard for me to convince myself that this is a good move. Dude, I watched the Chiefs win back-to-back Super Bowls with Isaiah Pacheco, who's a 2022 7th round pick. Like,
yeah.
We just got Zach Moss for $4 million a year. Like,
yeah.
$11 million is a lot. A $3 million roster bonus was due on the 18th is a lot, man. Yeah. I mean, Mixon will find a home. He had 1,400 yards last year, double-digit touchdowns. We just crossed 2,000. I love all of you guys. But 1,400 yards, double-digit touchdowns. He's going to go produce somewhere. I hope it's not Baltimore. I hope it's not Kansas City. You know, somebody we hate.
Yeah. Oh, my God. If he goes to Kansas City. CBJ Houday, did you guys read the new post from David Mulligetta, T's agent?
I can't find the comment, but I have not seen that. So if you would like to elaborate or maybe drop a link, I would appreciate it. I have not seen any statements from Mulligetta regarding T, so I don't know exactly what that means. I can't find your comment because they're coming in too quickly, but I would be very interested to see what that was.
I swear I followed him. I can't stand the guy. Okay, no, I don't follow him. I'm going to follow him.
You can't stand who?
Here we go. David Mulligetta. I'll take all the sticks and stones because at the end of the day, my guys won't be taking any L's. Today has shown teams will do what's best for them at times. Yeah, no shit. That's how it works. My guys understand that and move with the same energy. All right, that's some t-shirt bullshit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like this guy. I do not like David Mulligetta. I know he's doing what's right by the players, but he's a pain in the ass. He really is.
I mean,
moving
that's kind of a
dude.
dickly statement, I guess, but like,
well,
he
everybody
is doing his job. I've been shitting on him, making jokes. I called him David
Yeah.
Muller, get the fuck out of here, you know,
Yeah.
just playing around. But like, I get he's doing his job. He's getting his guys paid. That's it. But like, that's a weird. It's just like,
so that's
a weird flex.
Yeah, it is. I think that's the dynamic though of a good agent. I can respect him as an agent and hate him also. If we were over the top and in love with this guy, he's not doing his job correctly for his players. So I respect him as an agent, despise him as an agent at the same time. Yeah, that's a real hashtag secure the bag. Yeah, that's kind of a like crypto D-bag tweet right there. That's stupid.
I don't know.
James Rapine, y'all want to go live? Just say hop in with us. He'll probably go live on Enter the Jungle.
What, did he message you somewhere? He can hop in.
No, he just tweeted it.
Oh, I thought he said something in our chat. I'm like, dude, James is more than welcome to come on at any time. He's way smarter than both of us.
Yeah, we're coworkers. So, Commissioner, Isn't
it hilarious that we're two dumbasses and we're on the same network as James Rapine, who's like in the locker room?
A credentialed media gentleman. Commissioner Yaz, I am unwell. I don't know. I just don't know a lot about Zach Moss. I wish I know more about Zach Moss, guys. I'm loving what you guys are telling me. Explosive, can pass block. That's all the stuff we need to hear.
I wish I could kiss it. I wish I knew how to kick people out of here. This Brian Fadak, dude, you stink. I don't know how to do it on the new software.
Just ignore him. He's on Twitter. Who cares? People hate. They just hate. Colts fans, how should we hear about Lindsey Patterson? This guy again, retweeting Mulligetta. Mo Egger, Moss, 5th in rush yards over expectation. That's a good thing. Mixon, 27th. That's not as good. So indeed, there are backs who can do better and will cost less. So, man, you know what? Maybe the sexy 1,000 yards aren't there, but I mean, 5th in yards over expectation. I'll take that. And again, guys,
that's really good.
I'm scrolling Twitter here. Drew's scrolling comments. This is, if you're just now joining us, this is Big Play Cincy, brought to you by Garage Beer.
What?
Yep. And Tipico Sportsbook. Drink one, bet the other. If you do them at the same time, don't come crawling back to me when you're broke.
Shout out Tipico. Tipico is our exclusive sports book, and guess what they get all this year? What? Drew Sample anytime touchdown bets, baby. Because also Drew Sample's back for 3 years, $10 million. So shout out Tipico. You're gonna pay me a lot of money this year when I bet Drew Sample anytime touchdown every single game. Profitable on the 2023 season.
100%. A lot of people trying to figure out who Moss is, and I think that is a fair statement. He stepped up huge for the Colts when Jonathan Taylor went out. Okay, yeah, absolutely, yeah. And you know, you've got a new running back room to work under the umbrella of the Bengals offense. Chase Brown, super fast, dude. 60 yards against the Colts. I won't forget that play. He's got it. You got the bruiser in between the tackles with Zach Moss. So like, it's just a turning of the page, I guess you can call it, and one change of the guard.
I think we should be very excited about. I agree. What's Mixon? 27?
Up there. I don't know how old Zach Moss is. Apparently, somebody though, Cowboys were pushing hard for Zach Moss today, and the Bengals stole him from them.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're looking up how old Moss was. I was about to do it, but there's just a war breaking out on Bengals Twitter, dude.
Is it? I haven't seen any of the bloodshed yet. I'm reading.
I'm Switzerland. All right. I'm Switzerland. I think.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if that's right or not.
No, we're a Bengals fan. I mean, flat out. You can look at this and it's bittersweet. It absolutely is. Joe Mixon is an awesome guy. Has been great here, but we're looking at a change of the guard. It just is what it is.
So I don't have much else to say.
Wow, Texans.
Moss is 26 in a comment.
So Texans, listen to this: Texans, Titans, Packers, and the Browns were all pushing to sign Zach Moss, and we landed him. So that's good. He wants to be here. That's awesome.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah.
Yep.
some of those teams have typically given away more money. Jimmy Haslam's been scamming truck drivers for years, so he's got all kinds of cash sitting around. But Dylan Del Rio says, and this is a fair take, Mixon embodied the underrated Bengals. It's terrible. He took a pay cut and got stabbed in the back. Moss is 1 year younger.
I disagree.
I can understand.
I disagree.
I don't agree, but I can understand how you could think that.
Disagree with the stabbed in the back comment. You guys got to remember this is a business. You know what I mean? It sucks.
He's also been given millions of dollars since 2016 from the same team. Like, let's not get misconstrued here. He's gotten a ton of money, over the time.
Yeah, no, it sucks.
We don't need to just start tomahawking each other over
Absolutely not. You lose a player you like, it sucks. You guys remember when AJ Green left? You remember when AJ Green left?
Oh, that was tough. That was tough.
That was tough.
Dylan, you're right to think that way, man. Like, I ain't telling you how to think. I'm just giving you my opinion on it. But yeah, AJ Green leaving was brutal. That video that they posted. Got a little misty eyed and everything. I love AJ.
Yeah, 100%. I'm trying to see. I have not seen the bloodshed yet.
And this is a good point from No Buts About It. They cut him day one, technically before the new league year ended. So it's not as much of a stab in the back as, let's say, they held on to him until the draft. He's got a robust market now. He's out on day one. He's got plenty of chances to see what's out there for himself. So they did do him a solid in that regard. They cut him early in free agency, so he's able to go out and explore his options quickly.
Absolutely.
So that is good.
Did we say this yet? Zach Moss is a 2-year, $8 million deal.
Yeah, Moss 2 years, $8 million. I think I did say that earlier.
$4.5 million in year one. So there you go.
And it's probably, I don't know this, but like, as we saw with the Geno Stone deal, these deals get reported, and then, a little bit later, some of the real numbers come out. The Geno Stone deal, the second year is essentially a team option. They can get out of it if they wanted to, if something didn't go right. So it's not so Nick Scott-ish, I guess. But I don't think that you're going to have that issue because Geno Stone is a dog. 7 picks last year. Baltimore fans are not happy to lose him. The crazy burner people might start saying that he stinks now, but like the actual smart Baltimore football fans are like, dude, this sucks.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of people
Josh Cantrell says KC. A lot of people are saying Kansas City. And you know what? He may be pissed off. He may do that. He may say, I'm going to Baltimore. I'm going to Kansas City. The Bengals are going to be back in the playoffs. He knows what's going on if Burrow's healthy. Yeah. Maybe he wants a shot at him. That could happen, dude. That revenge factor is a real thing.
Yeah. This is just the reality of the NFL, guys. The Bengals are becoming a modern organization. I like to see it. It sucks to see your players walk, but can't play here forever, man. It is.
Dylan says Mixon and the Ravens are a legit fit, though, and he's not.
Yeah,
wrong.
They could be. Yeah, they could be.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. Ooh, let's see. Malik Wright.
Jackson threw shade in for going to the Bengals. Covering
the Bengals in media. Keep talking.
The comment from Shannon Banger, he threw shade at him for going to the Bengals. Lamar did tweet, "You're dead to me, you're dead to us," but that was an ode to a Tiki Barber post about Saquon Barkley for going to the Eagles. So I think he was just kind of playing around. But it's true. Jason Goen said that's coming. I don't know what he means. Maybe I don't know if maybe he means Mixon going to Kansas City or Baltimore that we were talking about. Could see him going to Cleveland. T. Shuck says,
nope,
maybe.
Don't like it. Yep, don't
maybe
like
I'd hate it, but I think that they do have a little bit of a need. They still have Jerome Ford. I don't know the status of Chubb. That was a pretty nasty injury, even though it was in week 2. Yeah, shout out Bearcats.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but Dylan Guthrie says it looks like the Ravens just signed Derrick Henry. If that's the case, you can take.
Is that true?
You can take Mixon off their board if that's the case. I'm trying to check through the old Twitter machine here to see what happened here. I don't know. Dude, I'm buried in notifications. I don't know if they're good or bad. Somebody has sent me a mock of T. Higgins in a Carolina Panthers uniform. Go ahead and send them pics. You can have them.
That's crazy. So
the people that I have notifications on,
I don't see Henry.
I don't see Henry on there, but there could be some other reporters that I don't have notifications on for. It's so Rap Sheet and
there's definitely arguments going on. And Mixon's numbers, right? 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, Moss 7 something, 7 touchdowns or 6 touchdowns or whatever. But it looks like when you break it down, Mixon had 100, like almost 100 more carries than Zack Moss. So here's what's going to happen. People are going to say Mixon had 1,000-yard season and more touchdowns. It's great. Got to look at how many carries they had, and you got to look at the utilization. So,
yeah, that's a very, very good point.
We got to put our foot forward, man. There's a new running back in town, and you got to support him. I
don't think Zack Moss is going to underwhelm you. I really don't. That's just where I lie on it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Moss had a lot less carries under his belt, and we have seen Mixon decline, according to Ronnie Radcliffe. Yeah. There's a tweet. Dylan just put a link in there. Dylan Guthrie. Ravens offered Henry, but he hasn't agreed, according to Pele. Okay. So
that makes sense. That's kind of what I was looking for on here. But I think Josina interest. Josina Anderson is saying there's mutual interest.
Yeah. I'm seeing people mad now. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, it's in there.
Willie Lutz is excited. Huge injection of firepower into the Bengals running back room. Welcome to the jungle, Zack Moss.
Fire me up, Willie Lutz. Fire me up, Willie Lutz.
Yeah, a lot of people in the same boat as us initially, not understanding who Zack Moss was really. But over the 36 minutes as we've been on here, we've been educated. Look, man, 100 less carries, and he was still flirting with Mixon numbers. Bring me on. And then, you know what? There was a lot of people pounding the table last year for Chase Brown when Mixon wasn't having his best games. So, look, you get to see it now. You get to see a running back by committee. And I cannot tell you how many times this season in a show, what were we doing? We were like Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Mondays, Thursdays during the season. I don't know what we're doing during the regular season. We'll figure it out with Big Play here. But how many times in a post-game show did we sit here and say, God, we need to do a running back by committee?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We said that several times. And look what happened when Chase Brown got a shot. I don't remember the exact numbers, but he had a good rushing night in that Monday night win against the Jags when we were all shocked that they went into Jacksonville and beat the Jags shortly after Burrow got hurt. It wasn't between the tackles, but he got outside and he used his speed. So I think that you have a really, really good 1-2 punch that you're working with now if Chase Brown takes the next step, which I assume that he will, because if you go back and watch this guy's tape from Illinois, he was a dog. His senior year, he ate Michigan up. Michigan barely beat him before they went on to play Ohio State and beat the shit out of him. So like he tore him up. He's good. He's a good, and that was in the Big Ten. That was against a very good defense that game. So like Chase Brown can be an effective running back too. He just needs the carries, and he wasn't going to get the carries with Mixon crowding in front of him. Now you have a cheaper guy. Maybe he is a little bit older, 26, but there's going to be more opportunity for Chase Brown too to really grow.
Hey, before this comment escapes, no buts about it. 10:54 p.m. If you scroll up, he says, "I'm a Colts fan. I just discovered that my computer is touchscreen by touching the screen. I apologize.
Oh, big league. I don't have that.
New development." He says, "I'm a Colts fan too. I don't think Moss is an upgrade, but he's not a downgrade either. I think Moss can be great. I just want to see the money saved used." Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 100%.
Understandable. Yeah. If you're a Big Joe Mixon person, you're like, okay, you can make this loss hurt me less if you spend that money that you're saving wisely and don't just roll it over into next year. Completely get that. Totally get that.
Yeah. Cannot believe my computer is touchscreen. I'm flabbergasted.
What a flex, dude.
Flabbergasted.
I don't have no touchscreen. I got a MacBook. It ain't no touchscreen though.
Hey, no buts about it. He says, I grew up a Colts fan and became a Bengals fan when Eifert was drafted. Don't crucify. We don't crucify here, man, unless you're wearing black and gold. You're good to go. Love Mixon.
Somebody said, Tyler Zink said, hey, Drew, watch it. I don't know what I did, but
did you F-bomb?
It's probably valid that you said that. I love Mixon with too many games. He disappeared in this year. Very, very understandable statement.
I bet I'm taking a positive outlook on this. I'm looking at Chase Brown being our elusive kind of guy, and then Zack Moss, 3rd and 1, get the third down. Hopefully this increases our third down efficiency. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and people talking about the P Ryan role. I could see the P Ryan role, but I think it'll be
Yeah.
bigger
Yeah.
than P Ryan had. I think that
He's-
I think
he's
Moss
going after you
is
at the OSU
better.
comment.
Oh,
He
the
said-
Ohio State comment. Yeah, dude, I'd be doing that. I'm sorry, I do that from time to time.
Yeah,
but
I don't have much more to say about it. Did we hit 2,000? I mean, that would be unbelievable.
dude, we are at right now 2,578 individuals watching this across all platforms that it's
Oh my
playing on.
God.
That is ridiculous. Clearly, the biggest episode of our show in the Blue Collar Bengal days, and definitely in the new Big Play days. I was really hyped over the 800, 900 that we had in our debut show or whatever. But yeah, Tyler, I did throw some shade on Ohio State. I'm gonna do that. It's just
He's a Michigan guy. You guys got to realize that he's a Michigan guy, and I'm a Bearcat. So neither of us are super OSU fans.
Yeah, but baby, Sundays mean more. The stripes mean the most. Okay, I love watching Michigan win a natty, but nothing will ever compare to the day that I watched the Bengals win a Super Bowl. And are they closer to doing that now? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, because there's still a hole at right tackle. No market for Jonah Williams. I said earlier, I think that, and like I said, not an insider, have no information that would make me think this from any legitimate sources. I just feel like a Jonah Williams extension tweet's on the way.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I just it's reminding me a lot of the Jermaine Pratt situation. Jermaine Pratt thought he was going to have a big market, go get a bunch of money. It didn't work out that way. Von Bell left. Boom, Bengals moved in. They signed Jermaine Pratt. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Okay,
Dylan Guthrie, this is my first time watching. Excited to watch more. Shout out to you, man. He sent me a really cool. He sent me a very cool Cam Taylor Britt 3D print where if you put light behind it, it shines out. It's super cool. If I had it over here, I'd show it. It's awesome. Dylan makes some really cool stuff with that. So shout out to him for that.
I'm seeing the bloodshed now from a predictable source. So we won't go there because the source is still a good guy, just very, very passionate. Maybe we wake up tomorrow and Justin Jefferson is a Bengal. I wouldn't put your hopes into that basket, guys.
That'd be crazy.
A lot of need to draft a running back still. Absolutely, guys. I'm pounding the table for it. If it's I really like Corum. There's other guys, right? Estime from Notre Dame. Like, absolutely, they're Bengals.
Estime's 40 was so slow, though. Oh my God. He ran like a 4.7 for a running back.
Throw it away. Terrible. We're drafting a running back, guys, like 100%. If we don't draft a running back, I'll cash app you. I'm not going to do that. I have 4 kids.
Lazy AB with the Zack Moss sign. Does this save us $4 million or does it still hit as $8 million? So he gets $4.5 million this year.
Yeah, 4.525 or something like that. I was reading.
Yeah. Something like that. I can run a 4.7 draft me. But I don't know the.
Can you do it between the tackles? That's what I need to know.
I don't know the cap breakdown. I don't know how much of that, if any of that's a bonus, if it's guaranteed in the first year. I don't think any of that's come out as of yet. We've been on here for about 45 minutes though, so maybe there's been some stuff I missed, but I don't know. But I know that it's not going to hit the Bengals for $8 million this year. If that answers your question any better at all. So yeah, we can probably get close to wrapping this thing up, man. Shout out to every one of you that got in the chat. 2,666 of you watching. That's mostly on Twitter. Shout
dummy numbers
out to
for
you guys.
Our second time going live. Dummy numbers. That's awesome.
Maybe I talk about it too much, but it's exciting to me. I think it's cool as hell. And we appreciate the fact that you guys would be on here with us at 11 o'clock on a Monday night. Right after the clocks change to do this. So
people definitely with this though, my last words of wisdom and take them with a grain of salt or chuck them in the street to get run over. Running back is a position, a player's on a team, players move on, teams are here forever. It's just, you gotta move forward. You cannot change this now. Okay. Control what you can control. And that is your emotional reaction to this. Get mad, get upset. But at the end of the day, between those hashes on Sunday when the season starts, Zack Moss is a Cincinnati Bengal, and it's time to hope he is successful.
Hey, DQ, what are you up waiting on, man? You care to elaborate?
Is that the coldest?
Chris,
no.
That is not the coldest.
Oh, okay.
Chris Babb, Drew talking too much? Yeah, maybe. I do that from time to time. But yeah, man, end of the day, name on the front of the jersey will always mean more than the name on the back of the jersey, except maybe if we're talking about Joe Burrow. But even then,
Push
even
me off
then,
that roof. Yeah.
Is this the big nightcap Tobin signing? Maybe. I don't know. So we appreciate you guys. We're gonna try to stay in touch with free agency. We do have children, jobs, and lives that we have to attend to, but we're gonna try to do like we did today, jump in here, give you some instant reactions to signings and things like that, if time allows it for us. It may just be me, it may just be Ron, depending on how the schedule goes. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We probably can't go live like in the middle of the day or anything like that, but we'll
do our best.
We can drop some content for you guys. So shout out to every single one of you guys watching. We just broke 2,700. That's
nuts,
ridiculous.
Hey,
so cool.
And hey, we're Thursdays is 8:00 here during the off season. 2,700. Hey, big claps.
Wild, dude.
Big Play Cincy, a part of the Big Play Network, brought to you by Garage Beer and Tipico. Drink one, bet the other. If you do them at the same time, please don't come calling for me when you lose your money. That's all I got, Drew. I'll leave you with a hoo day, man.
Hoo day. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We love you guys. We'll talk to you later. Hoo day.